Welcome to the S Word Live. My name is Renee Rebar. I'm a sales strategist, TEDx speaker, and author. And my goal today is to help make sales simple and fun. And I'm going to be talking about something totally different. I don't typically talk about this, but as a sales strategist, I see this over and over again with my students, with my one-on-one clients is, who do I sell to? How do I know if they're interested? I don't want to be too pushy. I don't want to force someone to listen to me. How do I know if they want to hear from me? Have you ever thought that? Hey guys, say hello as you join. How do you know the people that want to hear from you? How do we identify those people? Do you remember that there was a sitcom back a while ago? Hey Yael, hey Sonia. It was called Cheers, right? Sonia, you live in the Boston area. Have you ever been to the set where who can tell me as soon as, I won't say his name. If I say his name, you're going to know. He walks in, right? As soon as that guy walks in, everybody would say, hey, Norm, right? Do you ever watch that show, Cheers? Let me know in the comments if you've ever watched the sitcom Cheers. It was a while ago. Some of you might not be old enough, but this is the environment that I am going to talk about creating today on Facebook and creating that Cheers feeling where you walk in, or the people that walk into this environment, they feel like Norm, where everybody's like, Norm! And it made him feel like, how you guys doing? I found my people, right? So if you've ever been in a room, I know recently I was out to dinner with a room full of people that I work with online, just like this. We were at a mastermind, we were in Connecticut, and I was posting something on Instagram, and we had just taken a big group photo, and I was tagging everyone, and and I had accidentally swiped down to the garbage can, and I was like, oh, and everyone's like, what? I was like, I just tagged everyone, and the tag went down into the trash, and there was a collective sigh. 12 women go, oh, literally. I knew at that point I'd found my people. So if you have ever looked for your people, if you ever wanted to know where your tribe is so that you can answer that initial question of, who do I sell to? Is it the right time to sell to them? How do I know if they want to hear from me? Hey Beth, hey Sue, hey Sonia, hey Yael, say hello as you join. Hey Candy. If you've ever looked for that, then I've got some great news for you. So when I tell you what this is, you might think, yeah, but I tried that before. But I've got some tips on a new way to use it so that it feels easy and fun. And in fact, the way that this amazing planet internet is shifting in the future, there will be less and less of a news feed and more communities. And so for me, the big reveal is free Facebook groups. So let me know, are you in any free Facebook groups? Do you ever go on those free Facebook groups and look for community, or to hang out, or to chit chat, or to answer questions for business or for personal? Do you ever do that? Let me know in the comments. Hey Lori, how are you? I know I do. I just looked at the amount of groups that I'm in. I'm in over 400 Facebook group communities. Now, I'm probably only active in about 3 or 4 of them at any given time, including my own. I love my Facebook community. So if you haven't hung out in my Facebook community yet, I encourage you to make sure you join. I'll put a link above so that you can do that. And you can see exactly what I mean. This is an environment where people, they've said, I want to hang out with you. I want to be able to walk in, and when they walk into the group, we're all like, Norm! Right? So those of you who are coming in, I can see Tammy, Lori, Sonia, you guys are in this free Facebook group that I host. I love it. And I always say this analogy. When you host a free Facebook group, I want it to be who you are. If you don't want, it doesn't have to be some curriculum-based place. When you're on Facebook, you want to be social, you want to hang out. So here's the thing that no one else is talking about. When you start a free Facebook group, it does not have to be about what you do for a living. What? It doesn't have to be, if you're a realtor, it doesn't have to be full of people who are ready to buy houses or need to ask questions about houses. It doesn't have, hosting a free Facebook group does not mean you have to be information booth 24/7, unless that's how you set it up. But I'm encouraging you to have an environment where you can show up as you. In my free Facebook group, what my people experience are, questions about what the going rate for the tooth fairy is nowadays. Oh boy, that's really bright. Or what the what the, let's see, what was the last question? Oh, I was feeling cranky on Friday. So I was like, what good music can I listen to? The other day was like, well, what's your wedding anniversary? One time we all went live and told the story of how we met our spouses. Another time we all went live and told the story about our first car. So like, that is not what we do for a living. It is who we are as people. It's pieces and parts of who we are as people. I mean, it says, yes, an environment where we can be ourselves. Yes, absolutely. So the goal is this, is that when you create this place where there's a group of people that are connecting and collecting around you, those are people that are at least interested in hanging out, right? So if you think back to that show Cheers, when Norm would walk in and everybody would be like, Norm! Each one of the characters throughout that show had different trials and tribulations, different things that they went through, and the other characters supported them, right? So imagine if you could create an environment like that. And if you're not sure how, well, you can come into my group and maybe see how it goes. So ultimately, when it comes to creating community and this one big secret, this new way to sell, it's really about connecting the old way, connecting to people that truly do want to hear from you, because no one will buy anything from you if they don't trust you. And the best way to get that trusting relationship, especially when you don't live in the same city or the same county or the same state, heck, you might not even live in the same country, you might have grown up in totally different continents, is to have this one container, this one space where you don't have to come in and play information booth. You can simply come in and share each other's lives, share about the little things and yeah, the big things. Talk about as much about email service providers and open rates as much as sales pages and what the Tooth Fairy might be offering that week. You know, what is the going rate for the Tooth Fairy? It's a variable, right? What's the Tooth Fairy give at your house? I got a loose tooth in my house, and our 8.5-year-old is thinking it might be a 20 spot. I'm thinking more $1. But then again, that's where we differ. So what is the big secret? How do you sell like that? Well, it's called relationship selling. And so when you have relationship selling, it makes it more fun. It makes it easier on you. And more than anything else, when it makes it easier on the person, the potential buyer, because they don't feel pressure. It relieves the pressure. It releases the pressure. You don't have to force someone or trick someone or manipulate someone or persuade someone into buying what you have. When it's the right time and you have the right offer, they would think of no one else because they know you now. They trust you now because you are trustworthy and you are great at what you do. And creating a small community, even like mine, it started out with 8 people that I knew in real life, and then continued to grow from there. And today, I still, it's only about 1,600 people, and I feel like I personally know these people. I know about their cat, and I know about that silly time at the amusement park when, their kid barfed on the roller coaster, and I know about that time that they got a flat tire, and this guy helped them out, and that guy was actually their sister-in-law's cousin. I mean, like, these are the fun, cool stories. Why is it important? Because it's the fabric of what makes humans relate. It's the fabric of what helps us buy. And so if you're looking for great actionable sales tips, continue to come here every week to my business Facebook page for the S Word Live Show. Listen to it on my podcast or visit it on my website. But if you want to come and hang out and get to know each other better before we make any kind of fast buying decisions, come over and hang out in my group, because that's where I'm going to hang out after this. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for stopping by.